The champion, who arrived too late, on 22nd April 2001 at the Carnival City Casino in South Africa, the heavyweight division witnessed one of its most infamous lessons. A lesson about preparation, a lesson about arrogance, and a lesson about what happens when a champion believes talent alone is enough. Lennox Lewis arrived in South Africa as the undisputed favorite, the reigning WBC and IBF champion, a man expected to win and move on to a lucrative showdown with Mike Tyson. But while his opponent, Hasim Rahman, had already been in South Africa since late March, acclimatizing to the altitude of Brakpan, Lewis was somewhere else entirely. Las Vegas, not training at altitude, not adjusting his body, but filming a cameo for the Hollywood film Ocean's 11. Rahman lived at altitude for nearly a month. Lewis arrived just 2 weeks before the fight. For a heavyweight weighing well over 110 kilograms, experts immediately raised concerns. So let us ask you, can a champion really ignore science and preparation? Did Lewis believe his status alone would carry him through, or did Hollywood distract him at the worst possible moment? Even before the opening bell, the seeds of disaster were already planted. Weight, altitude, and false control. When Lennox Lewis stepped on the scales, another warning sign appeared. He weighed 115 kilograms, 253.12 lbs, the heaviest of his career at that point. To some, it looked like confidence. To others, complacency. From the opening rounds, Lewis appeared slower than usual. His movement lacked sharpness. His breathing seemed heavier. The altitude, roughly 1,600 meters above sea level, was clearly affecting him. And yet, despite all this, Lewis was still winning. After 4 rounds, all 3 judges had him ahead 39-37, which raises a dangerous question. Did Lewis look at the scorecards and relax? Did he assume control meant safety? Rahman, meanwhile, remained patient. He absorbed punishment. He waited. Then came the 5th round. Lewis backed towards the ropes. He lowered his guard, and in a moment that would be replayed for decades, he smiled at Rahman, a smile that suggested superiority, a smile that suggested comfort, a smile that suggested the fight was already won. So ask yourself, was that smile confidence or arrogance? Did Lewis underestimate the man in front of him? And does a heavyweight champion ever have the right to relax? Because in boxing, 1 second is enough. The punch, the fall, and the redemption, that second arrived instantly. Hasim Rahman threw a perfect right hand. It landed cleanly on Lennox Lewis's chin. The champion collapsed. Lewis fell hard, his head bouncing off the canvas. He tried to rise, but his legs betrayed him. The referee counted him out. Just like that, Lennox Lewis lost his WBC and IBF titles. 1 punch ended the plan. 1 punch destroyed the Tyson mega fight. 1 punch changed heavyweight history. HBO commentator Larry Merchant summed it up cruelly but memorably. He's just drowned in Ocean's 11. The aftermath was chaos. Rahman attempted to avoid a rematch, seeking more lucrative deals with promoters like Don King. Lewis was forced to go to court to enforce his contractual right to a second fight. And then, in November 2001, the story came full circle. A focused, disciplined Lennox Lewis returned in Las Vegas. No Hollywood, no excess weight, no distractions. He knocked Rahman out brutally in the 4th round. Later, Lewis dismissed the first defeat as a lucky punch. But let us ask the final questions. Was it really just luck? Or did Lewis create the conditions for his own downfall? If he had trained properly, would that punch have ever landed? And perhaps the most important question of all, is this the greatest example of how preparation, not talent, decides greatness? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Because sometimes, champions don't lose because they aren't good enough. They lose because they forget what made them champions in the first place.